We are Cryptorium from Sweden, and we're here talking on the death metal promotion channel for this video interview.
Yes.
And we have a few questions that they asked us.
Yeah, so let's get fucking rolling, yeah?
Yeah.
Shall we?
What's the story behind the band's name?
Basically, I was 14, fucking stupid, you know, and I think for 2 days we were called Regurgitation.
Yeah.
But then we found out that there is already several bands way better than us called that. So we just changed the name to Cryptic Bloodlust.
Because we thought cryptic sounded
Cool.
nice, cool.
Yeah, and but Cryptic Bloodlust was such an ass name that we had to change it. And then I don't know, I fucking came up with Cryptorium when I went home from a guitar lesson, I think, and it's been a plague to bear ever since.
It doesn't really mean anything, but if you search it up on like Instagram and stuff, you get these crypto value bots.
Yeah, there's like Indian crypto accounts and,
Yeah.
and shit.
Could you give us some insight into the creative process behind the descent into lunacy?
Yeah, so
Fabbe did everything.
no, not really.
Basically.
Depends on how you see it. Like I wrote most of the riffs because I tend to do that when I'm bored at home on my guitar. I'm the guitarist and vocalist. My name is Fabbe, by the way. This is
Knalle, bassist.
Albin Abbe, drummer.
yeah. That will maybe give you a good idea of how the dynamic in the band is. And both of you fuckers do vocals as well,
Yes.
Yeah.
lead and backing and whatever. And yeah, so I wrote a lot of riffs and a lot of lyrics at home. Basically, I just arranged most of the songs. Some riffs, Knalle contributed a lot to Horrid Exaltation, for example, second track on the album. And
I wrote all of the drums.
yeah, all the drum parts was done by Albin.
I made the music video for
Yeah,
for
and
Exaltation.
you also wrote basically all of the fucking bass solos and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
And Fabbe gave some inspirations for the drums on some songs.
yeah, because some songs I was just so fucking autistic. Like I already know what I wanted in the drums.
Yeah.
But and then he wanted to play something else. But then I get mad and then we just almost kill each other.
Yeah.
yeah. You know,
It's
everyone who's in a
band
band
stuff.
would know, yeah.
What themes did you explore on this release?
Suicide.
Yeah, we thought of
Murder.
it was we made like or Fabbe made wrote the lyrics in the winter, and in the winter you feel fucking depressed and suicidal. So it's most about suicide, gore stuff, not so much, but
Yeah, a bit like
Yeah.
Carcass-inspired stuff.
Yeah.
Metaphorical stuff as well. Like
Yeah.
almost poetic
Yeah.
in a way.
Way of life
But
is very gory.
Yeah, but like still, if you discard the metaphors, it's still like suicide, depression, killing other people and stuff. Yeah, standard death metal stuff basically.
Can you explain the album's cover art and its connection to the music?
It's fucking dope, man.
it was made by Joel Slotte from Finland,
Slime
Weaver. And
He's
Yeah.
a cool guy.
yeah,
Paints,
Yeah.
He paints like a fucking maniac.
yeah,
He
there's
painted
no
for Cryptic Brood recently.
there is no really like a
Connection
meaning,
with the
a
lyrics.
connection with the lyrics, but we thought that it looked dope, so
And it like fit the
atmosphere
atmosphere of the album.
soundscape.
Yeah.
and it was pretty unique to use the like that style. You can see that it's clearly hand painted, and
Yeah.
A lot of people have thought it was AI, but yeah, we're against that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
we'll never use AI for cover arts.
Yeah. How was your collaboration with Personal Records and Iron Fortress Records been?
It's been fantastic, honestly. Both labels are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, shout out to Jacobo from Personal Records.
they are though a bit far away from us
Yeah.
because they are on like another
So
continent.
it's very hard to collaborate. Like if they were to be a bit bigger labels, maybe book shows and stuff. But yeah, I mean, for what they've been very good, and we've had lots of worse experiences with.
They did the stuff that they told us
Yeah.
they were gonna do.
Yeah,
so,
we were not ripped off or anything. Like, yeah, Personal Records even did it in a set time limit. I think the whole release schedule took 2 months, which is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
If we think about, not naming no names, but
Yeah.
our prior release of our demo took almost a year and a half, I think,
yeah.
which is far too long.
Wasn't it like a year?
Maybe I don't know, man.
Okay. In your view, is securing a label deal essential in today's music industry?
No,
No,
not at all.
it's very hard to get like a good record label. For
At least a
example,
major one.
yeah, we don't have for our vinyls. We don't have a record label.
Yeah, and we
No.
don't have any long-term contracts.
Yeah.
Or
So-
digital? It's I handle the digital and use DistroKid for it.
Yeah.
Uh,
So if you are like a record label somewhere in the world, and you see us and you like our music, contact us
Yeah.
so we can collaborate.
Our
in the
email
future.
address is, we can maybe put it up on the screen.
Yeah.
It's cryptorium.band@gmail.com.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And yeah, like it's not essential because nowadays everything is digital,
Yeah.
which means you don't gotta sell physical copies. Just, I mean, if you're a young band, just do what we did. Fucking release a shit demo, maybe.
Some cassettes.
Yeah, do your own cassettes. It's not
Yeah.
hard. Like, I think in total we spent like $150 and made $400 of the cassettes, and
Yeah.
and then we started playing shows, and like before we even released anything that was actually good,
Yeah.
we had already played outside of Sweden, which
Our goal was not to make money, a lot of money, but it was to like
to spend as little as possible.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
to release our music in the physical ways that
Yeah.
are possible.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. When did you first get into death metal, and what drew you into the genre?
My dad's sister works with a guy from Grave, Swedish band. Yeah. And fucking yeah, and I had listened to like hard rock, like Motorhead, 5 times at like 13 years of age. I was the edgiest guy in my class. Had a battle jacket with like all these Metallica, Iron Maiden, Disturbed, and whatever. And remember, I was like, how old?
13.
12.
No, 13, man. The band
Okay.
started at
Okay,
13.
okay,
I was
okay,
maybe
fine.
11, max 11.
Damn. Okay.
And yeah, so I was this big ass poser, and then, and then I got a Christmas gift, a signed vinyl record, and I had no fucking idea what the vinyl record was. But my dad had his old vinyl player locked away in some kind of storage room.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he brought it, and then I listened to that shit, and it was Into the Grave. I don't know if I mentioned it. It was signed by Jürgen, and yeah, I basically almost had a fucking heart attack. And I read the lyrics to In Love, which remains my favorite lyrics of all time for a death metal song to this day. Because it's such a fucking shock when you come from Motorhead. Yeah, I drink beer and gamble, and then you fucking have In Love by Grave, like digging up your dead wife from
Yeah.
from the ground. It's pretty obscene, and then basically I've been hooked ever since.
Yeah, and my story is that I listen to like also this heavy metal style, Black Sabbath, and this normal Led Zeppelin, and yeah, those
Yeah, Roger Ryggen as well.
Ryan back.
Ryan back.
Yeah, it's the
small prog band.
Swedish band.
But yeah, and then I got to know Fabbe, and he introduced me to like death metal. At first I didn't really like it, but I found this genre that is called depressing suicidal black metal, and I thought that like the screams in that, and almost every song had this fucking suicidal scream, and I thought it was really awesome. So yeah, and then I started exploring black metal, and
Yeah,
at
you had a
last-
fucking period with Battery.
yeah, And at last I started with death metal.
It was grave for you as well, right?
Yeah, I think so. The
Soulless,
soulless,
yeah.
the death and roll era, and yeah, nowadays I like death metal, but I listen to a lot of like heavy metal and 70s rock and stuff like that too.
Yeah.
And Albin, what about
Yeah,
your story?
for me, I grew up with folk metal like Cryptorium. And then after like 2-3 years ago, I got into black metal and started to listen to that very much, still do. And then I think I listened to Death Machine by Myrkskog, a band from Norway, Black and Death, and instantly became hooked and started listening to Nile and stuff. And when I joined Cryptorium, I started listening to old school Swedish death metal.
Yeah, and we were very like we only wanted to play old school Swedish death metal.
Yeah, back the Swedish death metal circle jerk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and,
and
not any other genre. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of pulled them away from the like only like pure.
This guy.
Like nowadays.
Yeah, I just don't want the band to be fucking circle jerk.
Yeah, nowadays I mainly listen to like more brutal American death metal, like
Yeah,
Suffocation is my right now the band I listen to the most.
Vital Remains.
Yeah, that shit's good.
Yeah.
Next question.
If you could change one thing about the music industry, what would it be? Age limits
Yeah.
on concerts.
And on beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like 15 at the moment, and
No.
we're 17.
We're 17 and 16.
And
Yeah, I'm
it
16.
fucking sucks to go on a death metal show and you can't drink beer and get fucking drunk.
It doesn't fucking matter if you don't even get into the show.
Well, in my city, I live in Karlstad. It's 3 years away from here. There's almost always an 18 age limit because they serve beer, and I fucking hate it.
And
So-
Sweden is such a fucking boring country because it's like it's so controlled by the state and some
Yeah.
fuckers that you can't serve alcohol if you don't have like 18 age limit and stuff like that. It fucking
Yeah.
sucks.
You have to arrange a show. You have to have like 50 different licenses and shit, and then kids like us can't get in, and that kills the fucking youth scene.
But
So-
we can play on the places.
Yeah,
but we
that's
can't-
what's so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
We can play at the pubs, but we can't get into them.
Yeah. Okay, have you any unforgettable fails during live performances? I'll start with mine.
live performance.
Live performances. I'll start with mine.
All of them are my fault.
No, no. I'll
What?
say mine, the latest one, which is Obscure Reality when we did.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I couldn't hear the guitars or the bass, so I thought it was another song, which is fucking weird. But I started playing another song, and it just fucked off.
We hadn't
But-
practiced the song
What?
at all.
No,
actually.
that was not. I mean, like, at the end of the show, there was all of the crowd was like, "En gång till," which means like one more song.
One more
Yeah.
time, one
Yeah.
more time.
And then you had a fucking bad idea to play a song we've never rehearsed before.
We recorded it, but we haven't played it since the recording. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we came like 30 seconds into the song and fucked off and never
Yeah.
show faces in Karlstad again.
Okay, we'll take one each. So Fabbe.
Yeah, our biggest show to this day is TV Stämme in Helsinki, Finland, with what the fuck band was it? It was a Helsinki Death Fest event.
All Ager Rager.
And it was with young bands Whisper, Azathoth, and
Cryptic Hatred and Morbific.
oh yeah, and yeah, I had back then. It was in February or March last year. Yeah,
2nd March.
cheap LTD guitar, and I fucking dropped the strap. I had no strap locks, and I think the strap I used was from Guitar Hero guitar. So it was like the holes were this big.
Incarcerated.
For
from
first time.
Yeah, from our album. We hadn't like rehearsed it in a week or something.
Yeah.
And then Fabbe did this countdown in Spanish.
Yeah.
Uno, dos, tres.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps.
And
It's because they bully me because I am half from
Chilean.
Chile, and they like make jokes that I talk Spanish and I don't. So
yeah, but then he was supposed to get the right
Tempo.
yeah, like I remember I looked at the crowd, and there was like a fuck ton of people because Tivistam is a big venue. It's like
Yeah.
400 people or something.
Yeah.
500.
And I felt like I'm gonna shit myself, so I just counted in fast as I could,
Yeah.
and then
Albin couldn't play that on
No.
the drums,
Yeah, like-
so he was like, stop.
we shouldn't say this kind of stuff though because it's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But then Fabbe
Honestly, I don't give a fuck. Like,
But then Fabbe counted in the right tempo and we played the song and it's all
yeah,
from there.
but I think there was a problem with my guitar signal as well. A fucking
Yeah.
hell of a setup, like cheap cables from a hardware store, a pedal, and the power cable.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the power cable is from a like 20 volt synth, and my pedal was like 8 or 9 volts.
Are there any recent albums or films that really impressed you?
I don't watch films too often.
Same.
I listen to way more music.
Yeah,
I'd
absolutely.
say last year top releases Blood Incantation, what the fuck is it called, Absolute Elsewhere, and then there is Morbific from Finland, and then the new Chaothian album from Denmark, and
Okay.
yeah, Black Curse as well from US.
Yeah,
I
and
can't remember the
I
title.
would say I don't know the name, but the Finnish band Gore Fiction, they made an EP last
Wasn't it
year, I
called Got
think.
with a Hook?
Yeah, something like that.
I think so.
And I think that is really fucking raw and good.
Yeah, it's
Gore Fiction.
Gore
great
Fiction.
with the
Yeah.
X.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say mine is probably Faster Than a Priest's Vomit by Birdflesh, grindcore album. It's really fucking good. Your thoughts on the future of death metal as a genre?
Looking kind of dark, honestly.
Yeah.
At least here in Sweden.
Yeah,
Nowadays, everyone like thrash, heavy metal.
Yeah, and that shit sounds the same. Small places that we're like playing at, it does not go very well for some of them, and but
Yeah, because they are placed in the like 40 minutes away from the central city.
yeah. So it's looking dark.
Yeah.
How would you describe the current death metal scene in Värmland?
Yeah, so this is a very common misconception, it seems.
We are not from Värmland, only he is.
He's
and
the
we-
fucking Värmlänning.
Us too, we are from Stockholm,
Yeah.
Sweden's capital city.
Yeah, I mean, I think there was like a review. We always try to put Stockholm / Värmland when they ask where we are from, because
Stockholm / Karlstad.
yeah, and
Värmland
Karlstad
is not a
yeah,
city.
Karlstad is the basically capital of Värmland, I guess.
yeah, the biggest city in Värmland.
Yeah.
It's like a district or whatever the fuck it's called. But yeah, we two of us from Stockholm, Fabian and Knäli,
And then we have Albin
from Karlstad, Värmland.
But the scene is dying everywhere.
Yeah.
What's your all-time favorite death metal album and why?
Symphonies of Sickness by Carcass.
Why?
Because it's fucking good. Like, I've had periods where I think one album is the greatest, and then I always come back to Symphonies of Sickness because there's no skips.
Yeah.
I enjoy every second of it. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I would say Left Hand Path by Entombed, because it's like, it was just like the big thing, the big start of the Swedish death metal, and yeah, I think that is a huge like influence that I have, at least.
I would say Death Machine by Myrk Skog, even though it's more...
Fuck is that?
It's Black and Death.
Some small fucking band from like Norway or something.
Yeah, it is. It is from Norway.
We always argue about each other's music taste. He
Yeah.
thinks we circle jerk to Swedish death metal.
Yep.
We think he circle jerk to like
Troll stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
what is it you call it? Garga music.
Garga music. Garga.
Yeah.
Gargamel from the Smurfs.
But
Yeah.
Death Machine, it's a very good blend of
Yeah.
black and death metal, and it's very fast and very good, and every musician in the band is fucking amazing. What's your favorite death metal album cover and why?
I would say, the fuck is the Carnage album called?
Dark Recollections.
Dark Recollections by Carnage. Swedish death metal from the 90s. It has a very... It's made by the guy Dan Seagrave.
Yeah, Seagrave is the goat.
Yeah.
My favorite's probably gonna be Altars of Madness by Morbid Angel. It's also made by Seagrave. The blue fucking circle is so fucking dope.
I would say Epiphallic from Nile, because it's different, I guess, from all the other death metal albums.
Yeah, just like you, man.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
What are your plans for Cryptorium's future?
Yeah, we will. We have some gigs. We will open
Yeah,
for
we
Grave.
play. Also we play birthday party.
Yeah,
We can't tell you anything.
Birthday.
we don't know anything else. And
Yeah, we play a birthday party, and we're gonna open for Grave on 5th of April
yeah,
in Stockholm, in
and
the Stats Theater.
we're working on new stuff.
Basically right now.
Yeah,
We're in the rehearsal room right now.
Yep.
In Stockholm, Sweden.
and we will probably grow up in the future too,
Yeah.
Hopefully.
and not be fucking small kids anymore.
Yeah, like.
I turn 18 this year, so
So no more death metal idiot Moran stuff for you.
Okay, do you have any message for the subscribers?
Follow
For
us.
death metal promotion.
Follow us on.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Listen to us on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you want to. Bandcamp. Buy our stuff. We still have some stuff left.
This is excellent advertisement right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I also
But-
want to say, we are just like diarrhea. We will continue.
We will always come back.
Yes, thank you for this interview.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Have a
guys.
good one.